Bama this year?
Nobody.
Oh,
No.
Jimbo Fisher.
No, who beat Bama?
Jimbo.
Yeah, it wasn't him. Yeah.
So what about these schools that's dominant as hell and they come?
You can use the example this year. The Cincinnati team.
Yeah.
If Cincinnati would have lost to U of H in that championship game, they would not have made the playoffs.
Would not have made the playoffs.
And that's not even close to playoffs. That's what I mean by Bama every year. They can be dominant.
There should be no team in the top.
If they was in Georgia position, they still made the playoffs.
You only got 4 seeds.
That's what I'm saying. They should get pushed back to 8.
Like why are we putting only 2?
If you lose your championship game, you should not be in the playoffs.
I agree. If we're gonna do it like that,
Because
the SEC.
I think if you already have a loss, going into it, then
but it's a number of teams.
But if you undefeated,
it's a number of teams that lose like this. Baylor, they lost like that to TCU that year, and they can make the playoffs. Why does the SEC get to get Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Why does SEC get to have 2 teams every year?
Before they had the championship.
Oh yeah, it was.
That's why they brought it back.
It was.
And that's what hurt Baylor so much that year because they were undefeated. They just didn't have a championship game that week, so they couldn't play for the Big 12 championship.
No, they played that. No, you're right.
Yeah.
Why is it okay for SEC to have 2 teams every year in a 14 playoff?
Because
in a 14 playoff, you tell me 2 SEC teams are locked in every year.
You can honestly look and say
this
team in the SEC is better than some of the rest of these teams.
Well, pick one.
It's not whether if they better than them or not. It's unfair.
It's unfair.
Yeah. I completely agree, but I'm showing you why they're always there. It's because the committee.
The committee. That's why I say a human should pick this one.
I'm going to give you a prime example. Last year, look how dominant TSU was in the SWACs in basketball.
Yeah.
Why they had to go in the playing game?
Yep.
I'm
in total disagreement with that. Like they should not have.
If you win your conference, you should have to play in the playing game. There should be teams that didn't win their conference tournament.
That 11-11 matchup.
Yeah.
That 11-11 matchup. I think it possibly should be 16-16 matchup every time. But that 11-11 matchup. But TSU shouldn't have to. When you win your conference, you should never play in a play-in game.
You should never play in the
playing
game.
I don't. It's no way around it. That's the reward of me winning my conference.
Yeah.
Now, in basketball, they have to get away from the regular season conference title and then the conference championship. Mm-hmm. You know, you can win your regular season conference like Gonzaga, but you don't win the WCC championship.
But Gonzaga still gonna make it.
Yeah, they still gonna make it, but I'm just using that as an example. That they'll go 26-0 in the WCC and win the regular season title, but in their postseason tournament, they can lose that one. And it can be a team that was subpar win the Big 12 championship. Now they get an automatic bid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So both of those get automatic bids. They got to get away. One of these systems can't be, but then again, you can't have a regular season
champion. You can't give everybody an automatic bid. Don't do it at all. You have PV a couple years ago. PV won the SWAC.
Right.
But lost in the tournament.
That's what. That's my example I'm talking about. TSU get to make it because they won the tournament.
Yeah.
But they don't win the regular season postseason.
PV
both
should have been in
teams
the playing game. They should have been in the playing game.
Possibly, or both teams should be flat out making it.
If you get an automatic bid for winning your tournament, whoever won the conference should play in the playing game.
I agree. And I think it's enough. 64, 65 teams. I think it's enough teams for every conference to, if it's 2 different champions, the regular season and postseason tournament, both of them should make it.
All right, so bringing it back full circle, I have the college football rankings right now. Alabama, number 1.
Right.
Michigan, 2. Georgia, 3. By your understanding, Georgia should not be in the playoffs right now.
I agree. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
So, Cincinnati, 4. Let's move Cincinnati up to the 3rd spot. Who takes that 4th playoff spot? That's better than Georgia. Notre Dame better than Georgia?
They're not better than Georgia. None of them, they're going to make that 4th spot going to be better than Georgia, but they earned something.
That's why Georgia is in that spot.
They didn't earn it.
You just said nobody below them is better than them.
So you're okay with the committee just picking 4 teams?
Look, okay.
Because you know, you don't have to go by the rankings. They can pick any 4 teams.
Check out the rankings. Nobody, if you put Cincinnati to number 3, nobody down this line but Baylor and Utah won their conference championship.
Well, Utah can't get a bid.
Well, Baylor had so you have Baylor with 2 losses already.
Yeah, so they shouldn't get a bid.
They
You have
won a
Utah.
championship.
Yeah. And you have
Utah
Utah with
conference.
3 losses.
So,
They won a conference
There's
championship.
no way you can put those teams
Utah with
ahead
3?
of Georgia.
If you
But then I
win-
say Michigan
if you win
State.
the conference championship,
Michigan
you
State.
get reward. Why should you reward a team that's not winning a conference championship? What's the purpose of having a conference championship
Because
if
it's
you
the
don't have a reward?
overall body of work that
Yeah.
they did all
But-
year.
yeah,
You
that's why
play
you need more
to
teams.
win the
Yeah,
game.
exactly.
That's why you need
I
more
think we
teams.
need more teams.
Period. Because people need the opportunity. Because, like, you said they got 3 losses. Who said they ain't gelling at the right time right
If you're
now?
gonna,
Who
if
say
you're
everybody ain't
yeah,
coming
if
back
you're
right
gonna
now?
just go by the rankings, go by the population,
go off
go
the
by the
rankings.
popular vote, cut out the conference championship.
I say go by the ranking. I don't think the committee should be able to choose 4 teams that ain't in the top 4. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they're able to choose teams that's not necessarily ranked.
But it's
In
still
the
gonna
top.
be favoritism.
Yeah.
You're gonna pick teams like say you have a team like let me see, who on Utah.
Okay.
Yeah, Utah. Yeah.
Utah go undefeated.
Yeah.
Georgia lose a game. Well, Georgia fans gonna come to the game. Utah might not travel well. No, them
That
kids,
is the bias.
them
That's
kids
not
deserve an opportunity to play just like everybody else.
Utah, right?
That's why they
If-
should
and
expand it
that's
to 18.
If you don't
Yeah, I
win your
agree.
conference championship, you should cry about it.
Because
I'm,
look-
I'm a person
All
that don't
right,
believe 2 teams from one conference should make it.
All right, because look at
I
these.
don't either.
Look at if the playoffs was expanded to 8 teams. Look at these 8. So Alabama, Michigan, Georgia, Cincinnati, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Baylor, and Ole Miss. So that will be the top 8 right there. So you have Bama
3
versus Ole Miss, Michigan versus Baylor, Georgia versus Ohio State, and Cincinnati versus Notre Dame.
Man, those some good games.
I like that.
Those some good games.
I like that personally.
Yeah.
But
This
once
is
again,
the problem.
too many
This
conferences,
is
get
the
too
problem
many teams.
that we're gonna have if we don't expand the playoffs. When Texas and OU move to the SEC, we might best wrong have 4 SEC teams in the championship.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
That's stupid. That's the SEC championship. That's
Yeah.
that's dumb.
But
What's the point of having a
But what is
that's like the people
best
who want all the
conference-
teams out that West
what is
in
the
the
best
NBA.
conference in college football? Right
SEC.
now.
I want to be biased to say Big 12, but it's
I mean,
SEC.
you know, I can
SEC.
you can argue and say
Dominant
Is it in that top 8? Was it any ACC teams?
no,
Not one.
no.
Exactly what I mean. How is this
You
a
have
you can
Notre Dame who independent?
You can
SEC,
argue and say
Big Ten,
the Big East.
SEC, ACE,
Nope.
You can make an argument for the Big East.
Big East terrible. You couldn't?
No, shoot, Ohio State, Michigan.
No, that's Big
State.
10.
No, that's
Big Ten. That's what I mean.
Yeah, Big Ten.
Ten.
No, the Big
I mean,
Ten bang.
You have what top 10? You have 2 Big Ten. With 1, 2. Yeah, Ohio State. No,
Yeah,
3,
Michigan, Ohio State, and
Michigan State.
Michigan State. Yeah.
Right.
So that's 3. SEC, you have 2. Alabama, Georgia, top 10, and then Big 12, you
Got
have
3.
2.
2 or 3.
I would say. I mean, Baylor.
Oklahoma State, Baylor,
Where OU at?
OU, shit,
that's
OU 16.
Where?
Yeah.
Oh, they lost 2 games.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, they lost 2.
See, you can't afford to lose if you're not in the SEC. That's what it seems like. If you're not even if you're not in the SEC.
But
if
look
you're
at
not
the SEC
Bama or Georgia,
losses,
you can't
though.
afford to
I mean,
lose.
but look at, so you got Alabama only lost 1 game
To A&M.
to A&M, and Georgia only lost 1 game
To
to
Bama.
Bama, to the number 1 seed.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I know
so are you telling me Notre Dame is better than Georgia?
Yeah.
I'm not
Are you
saying
telling me Bailey is better
Okay.
than Georgia?
That's just like this.
Georgia just happened to be one of those.
State,
They just
that's
understand the
my
Bama
point
you
right
got.
This is my point right here. Seattle
Right.
won a division that's what they were 7 and 9.
But
That's
that's
NFL.
back
They
That's
up.
was
NFL.
7 and 9.
Right.
They beat the
That's
Super Bowl
NFL.
champions in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
That's
They did.
NFL.
All I'm saying is give them kids opportunity. Give them an opportunity.
That's why you
I don't know.
expanded it to 8.
If you, I don't give a
Yeah.
damn if it's 4 or 8. Give them kids an opportunity.
Yeah, I think it's
Because
8. I think 8.
This is why the coaching carousel moving so much.
Yeah.
Moving so much. I'm surprised nobody took Cincinnati coach. If he didn't get the opportunity to go to the playoffs, somebody
That
would take his
is
coach.
interesting.
If you have a team, if you have some of these teams that win a conference
And you put that on.
and they go to the playoff, it's a selling point.
You're right.
You can sell it to a kid when you go sit in their coach.
You can't say
We made it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
You can't say
See,
Cincinnati.
we made it to the playoffs. You can say that. We made it to the playoffs.
Who you play on that?
We made it to the playoffs.
I mean, the basketball team.
I come to your house. We made it to the playoff last year. With you, I think we can make it farther.
Coach, you're coaching the ACC. You telling me if I come to Cincinnati, we can go
think
further?
You
think we can beat
You
Bama?
think looking at that? You gonna come in? I'm gonna start you at this position, and I think with you, with your talent, we can use your talent. It's gonna make us better to win more.
And we gonna beat Bama. The kid gonna say you're lying. You ain't beating Bama with me or not. You know what I'm saying, sir?
That playoff,
no offense, but we in Cincinnati.
The
You
fact
think we're
that
gonna
they
beat
made
them?
it to the playoffs is gonna ring a bell to them kids.
Now in basketball, you can say that.
You
But
can
that lower
say
level school
all it
can
is
beat
the
that big school.
opportunity. If they get that opportunity, them kids gonna want to come. It's gonna boost their recruiting. But Cincinnati, they made it playoff. We gonna go here.
But now I think the NIL deals is gonna kind of overshadow all that to where, hey, we done this season, we done this season. Now it's gonna be like, when you come here, you get this type of exposure. The NIL might chuck you a couple extra dollars coming right here.
Right. That's why. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you know it's all about that dollar.
Yeah.
So if you make make dollars, it makes sense to them. But that really makes me like the fact that in basketball, in football, you can be a DN at this small school.
Yeah.
Still go in the top 10, top round.
Yeah.
You can be a receiver over there. You can be a quarterback from North Dakota.
Yeah.
And go second in the draft or something like that. You know.
Yeah.
So
it's
I guess
that playing opportunity.
Is that opportunity?
Yeah.
And
so it's just that playing opportunity. Like, I mean, for my thinking, like if I was a college student, it wouldn't be I want to go to the biggest school, the best known school. I want to go to I can get some playing opportunity.
Yeah.
I can get on that field and play.
That's a selling point to them kids. If I come sit with you and I tell you, with your skill set, we're gonna start you, and we may make it further next year.
Right.
Because you might not be able to start.
You got a kid that Alabama wanted too, but
Yeah.
he know he got to sit behind such a way at Alabama.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 years.
That's what
That's
I
a
meant
selling
about.
point.
I meant about these kids need to be taught to do the research on these colleges. Because if they're expecting the coach or a representative of his college to give them all the facts and details, it's not going to be the case. That's why you go back to teaching kids financial management, self-awareness, you know, because that's where people go wrong when they all four of us going to this school. I know I'm better than them, so I'm going to start. It's 4 quarterbacks going there. Like, how we all going to play? You know, do that research, teach them, hey, go over here. This coach look like he says, but don't push him. Don't push him. Because
not only that, not only is who's already at that school, you got to worry about your underclassmen coming in behind you, so you get stuck in the position of somebody's already playing there already, somebody who might be coming out there behind you.
Yep.
So with that being said, y'all want to go ahead and wrap this up?
Yeah.
All right, man. Thank y'all for listening. If y'all made this far through the video, once again, this is No Limit Sports Group. This is our first podcast. Also, check out our Facebook page, Facebook group, No Limit Sports Talk on there. Also,
No limit sports talk on not Instagram.
On YouTube.
On YouTube.
Please like, share this
Subscribe.
video, and subscribe to our channel. Thank y'all.